condense data into spreadsheets and stuff, or like long form notes into like short
Testing.
form
Hi.
shit.
Cool.
Yay. That's
Yay.
really cool. That is cool.
Welcome to the podcast.
Cat is stuck where? So I have a cat stuck somewhere. Can I go
Ooh,
find
yeah,
him and let him
go.
out? Okay. Yeah, sounds like they're in a cupboard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is it
my
Boots?
room? No, I'm pretty sure it's
Oh.
at my door. Does sound like my house is falling apart. That's fun. Hi, Miss Berry.
I don't want to hear about
You're
you.
such a nice girl. What a nice girl. Yay. What a nice girl.
Yeah, AI is cool.
Yeah.
You know Johnny Blair, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Personally?
I was
think so.
thinking, I was thinking that I'm gonna edit you out. I was thinking
Why?
that because you're being mean to me.
Well, I mean, I like that part.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
I'm
favorite.
gonna edit you out to just with me talking. That'll be
You
fun.
talking to yourself with no responses.
But there'll be like pauses in between
Yeah.
my responses.
You'll like ask questions,
Oh
and there'll be
my God.
pauses, and then be like, "Oh yeah, that's so cool." You like have it's like you're schizophrenic now.
But I was thinking that I was gonna use AI to illustrate Johnny Blair. So
Yeah.
I'd write it and then I'd put it
You have
together with AI.
A character that you can kind of like work with. Do you mean like, like put the whole book together?
Yeah, like illustrate. I would have to do the actual like putting it together
Yeah.
with Midjourney. Because I was looking at Midjourney, they've made graphic novels with AI, like
You can
made
tell her enough.
like did the
Yeah.
pictures and stuff like that.
Very enough.
You know?
Yes.
And so,
I'm
like,
listening.
I think that would be really cool. Because I was thinking about it, and I've always dreamed about finding an illustrator, but, like, the probability of finding an illustrator right now for Johnny Blair is so low that it would just be easier just to, like, just kind of get AI to be my illustrator. And I don't think that's cheating.
No.
Just because, like, it's still my idea, and I'm doing most of the grunt work. I'm only just doing what I was going to get someone else to do, which was to
Yeah.
draw it.
Yeah.
Right? And like if I do the first book and like it does well and like illustrates well, that's cool. And I meet someone, then yeah, sure, then I would get them to do it. That'd
Yeah.
be cool too. But like right now, I don't have anyone to
I
do.
feel like that's a good start.
yeah,
Honestly.
because I have to get it out some time in some way. So
And you're honestly, I see that where the thought of cheating would come in, but honestly, I think it's just at this point utilizing the tools that are available to you.
well,
Yeah.
if
and for
you
free.
if you look at like technology with anything, like nothing we do now with art is like we already use AI with art. Like Photoshop is AI, Adobe Premiere is AI, right? They're all computer technology that we use to undercut the art form of anything,
Yeah,
right?
I guess I see what you're saying, but it's not necessarily artificial intelligence though in the same way because you're controlling.
But
what
like
you
with
want.
Midjourney, I'd be controlling what I want. That's what I mean. Like I'd be telling it what to do.
Yeah, so you're doing the same shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a different program. It's like
Yeah.
it's like painting, but instead of using watercolor, you're using acrylic. Like
Yeah, and then what I'm going to do, and like as long as I'm not like using the AI to like write the story itself, I don't think it's any other different than like just paying someone to illustrate for me. Because like I really want Johnny Blair to be a thing. I think it's fun and yada yada.
that's cool.
Yeah. I've been writing like every day, so that's been cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I've been writing every day for 2 hours. Writing at least like 1 to 4 pages a day. Yeah, because I have the beginning, middle, end of Johnny Blair like all mapped out in my head. What's hard for me is just writing the everyday things. Like they walked into a cave and they saw this, and like the cave felt like that. But I have like how it's gonna end.
It's because you have one feeling and one feeling exactly at the time. I think you're so.
That's very true. Sausha, I miss you so much.
I miss you.
I want you to know, and I've told like everyone this, and you can repeat this, but you're literally like my favorite friend.
Aw.
He says it all the time that you're
I
favorite.
say it in front of
It's because I'm
everyone.
so low maintenance.
I actually don't think it's because you love maintenance. I think you get me and like receive me. That sounds weird. I think you get me more emotionally than like anyone else. Like when I feel an emotion and I come to you with that emotion, you don't make me feel anything but like accepted with that emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like negatively or positively, you never make me feel like you don't.
Like he's too much.
Yeah, or
Oh,
like
you're welcome.
you just understand it. So like
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
you're my favorite.
That's so
Because
nice.
sometimes I tell like Patrick something, and like I love him, he's like a brother. But the problem is he's like a brother to me. He's like an older brother to me. So when I tell him something, he like tries to fix it, and I'm like, "That's stupid. I'm not gonna do that." And he's like, "But that would work."
We're recording a podcast.
What?
We're recording a podcast.
Right now?
Yeah.
He can move in. It's
Do you
fine.
want to be in it? We can all talk.
Safe, boys, but nobody told me that. Sorry.
No, we were just.
That's
It's just
fine.
kind of.
It's not one of those podcasts. It's very candid. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a conversation. That,
We're
like,
just
you
hanging
walk
out. Yeah. Just chill.
in. Come sit.
Yeah, come hang out.
Hang out. Can you sit here so you're closer to the mic?
Oh, dude, when you're like a super famous director, can I work for you?
Of course.
Thanks. I like handouts. They're good.
Like handouts.
Okay.
Everybody likes free stuff.
They do, right? Nepotism
It's
never
so
bother you.
nice.
That's right.
Levi,
Except
can
for
you
people
sit
who
here?
don't get to
Yeah.
participate because of
Just
nepotism.
so that the phone.
Right.
Okay, nice.
My brother got nepotized, so I'm a little bit jealous.
Yeah, I know, right? Like when your
Times.
parents co-sign for everybody but you, makes
Oh,
you
maybe let's
feel like
not
the
shit
problem
talk
child.
my family on the podcast that's gonna go on the internet.
They're never gonna watch it.
I
You gotta
know.
humble them
Actually, no.
somehow.
Get down. Apparently,
Push.
my stepdad watches everything.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
he's
cute.
religiously creepy when he's not hitting on you when he's drunk.
Stop it. Edit this out. Actually, don't edit it out. I don't care. I'm in my no care era.
If his mom finds this, then you know you've made it. If her mom's finds this.
Actually, I want you to leave. I don't want you to be in the podcast anymore.
I know I'm on one too.
Changed my
I'm
mind.
good content when I'm on one.
I saw documentaries about those kind of stepdads.
Gross. It's not
Yeah.
a documentary.
Was it like?
Is it orange and black heading on the website?
Is this a joke?
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
What kind of documentary?
It's not a documentary.
They're documentaries.
Oh, it's porn.
No, they're documentaries.
Mm.
I saw this one documentary about a son who accidentally took Viagra, and his mom had to help him out. It's like happened like
I
several.
think I saw that one too.
Yeah,
She
it
was
happened
so-
like a few hundred times. It happens like like I think they said like every like 8th son in the world has this problem where they accidentally take Viagra. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
They
Or like
should
the
really
one where
figure
the
that
son
out.
drowns in the bathtub and his mom's a professional lifeguard.
I didn't see that one. Can you send it to me?
Oh yeah, I will definitely.
Sick.
That sounds rude.
You know what? Let's just stop the podcast and
Let's do some research.
Computer. It's like we're in 8th grade at a sleepover. We're watching porn on the computer.
I never did that. That's fucking
Oh, you
weird.
mistake boot cake for bukkake
Yeah,
for boot cake.
And no one corrected me until I was in grade 12 and then 16 years old.
That's
But yeah,
tragic.
what I was saying was, you're my favorite friend
Aw,
Yeah.
because I
You're
love
my-
you so much.
I love you so much.
Because you always like just
That's
get
why.
me. Because like I said, like I love Patrick, and he's like a big brother to me. But the problem is like he's like a big brother. So when I come to him with problems, he's always like, "Well, these are the lists of things that could be the problem,
Oh yeah.
and like these are listing of
I
things
see what
that
you're
you
saying.
could do." And I'm
like
like,
solutions. Sometimes
Yeah,
you don't
and
want
I'm just like-
solutions. I get
He's
that.
like-
Confident.
or like if I figure out a solution already, he'll like be like, "Oh, but this will be easier if you do it this way." I'm like, I already figured it out. Like I
Yeah,
did it.
I just want to bitch for a minute.
Yeah, just
I
let me
see what you're
bitch
saying.
for a
Yeah.
minute. You know.
I like that too, so I
I
appreciate
always
that.
use hurl help as a way of helping. So like I'd be like that too, give Sausha a list of like what the problem is and these are the solutions. And like hurdle help is usually like it's like, you know, you could tell that he really cares about you. You know.
No, I know Patrick really cares. Well, I know all my friends always
I know,
really
I'm
care
just-
about me.
That's just one
Yeah.
of the traits of a really caring person.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
But the thing is, like, I'm trying to say is like Sausha, like, I feel just very comfortable around you, 100%. Like with everyone else, I just
Okay.
even if I
You
love
both have been so fucked up and hit such a hard rock bottom together. No, I'm just kidding.
Not together, but probably separately.
well, there was a
She can
point.
never judge you.
There was a point where like I felt really bad because like when I did my men's and I had to like apologize to you,
Mhm.
even though you deserved it. Just kidding.
No, but that
But-
was surprising.
But really,
Yeah.
I felt really bad.
I don't think you. I think you're.
That black guy was there for weeks. Just kidding.
Oh god.
I think that.
kidding.
I probably think that your experience has made you probably feel like you're a lot worse than you are, or at least at one point that's how you felt, maybe, and that's probably why you felt so terrible. Even though in my honest view of you, it was so minuscule.
You can't take what
you're-
happened to you and give it a
You
purpose.
asking for $60 every so often, not even asking me as often as you think. Like it happened twice, I think.
Not even.
Not even.
You know, I'm kind of mad at Kevin had $60.
Oh, Kevin always has
Kevin
60 bucks.
60
Like,
bucks.
Kevin has a good
Bastard.
job. He's a bitch.
It's like Damon.
That's why he
Every
has good
time
money.
I take money off Damon, he's like, "What's it for?" I'm like, even if it's just for like milk or something, he's like, "I want to know." I'm like,
Where's
"Yo,
my money going to?
yeah, what?
Yeah.
You're the fucking bank who asks questions."
I once, so on Christmas Day, I told Patrick that my oven was broken and I needed like $700 to fix it. No, it was $280. So divide that by 60. So it was $280. And I needed money to fix it. He's like, "Are you sure this is for your oven?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, it doesn't work." And then like he's like, "Can you send me like a video of it not working?" And then I just like unplugged it, and then I sent that to him. And he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I can't cook dinner, yada yada." He's like, "Yeah, here's the money." And then like I used that money for drugs because I lived in an apartment, so like I don't have to fix it.
Yeah, you just called it. Okay. It's broken.
And the thing is like I never fixed it that weekend.
Raspberry, you're
I
being
didn't-
so invasive.
I didn't do anything that week.
That's enough.
But I'm
If
talking.
that's the most manipulative you got in your drug habit, dude, you were not as far lost as you thought.
What? No, it's not. I just thought that was funny. To
That
bring
is
up.
funny.
I just think that's funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. But no, I did those amends, but I remember this one time. Don't say Bandcamp. I remember this one time.
That's enough.
I
Go lay
told-
down.
I asked you for a contact like
Oh
all
yeah.
through the night. That's what I was really
Oh.
felt really guilty about.
I don't even remember
I used
that,
to
bro.
tell her I would never sell drugs.
I was at that point in my life. I was always so high. I'm rewatching shows that I'm like feel like I'm watching them for the first time because I was so stoned for like a good majority of my life.
Did you see
Like
that TikTok I sent?
no.
It was like celebrating today because I never had, even at my lowest points, I never had to rely on
Flavored air.
unflavored air to feel good.
So
I sent that to
I think you did.
I sent
think
I
did
sent
see
that to everyone I know
That's I think
because I was
did see
like fucking hippies.
that. Truly.
But
I refuse to vape though.
But no,
Refuse.
I felt really bad about that in my mind because, like, one, you're my friend, so you were worried about me.
Yeah.
Two, I would like ask you on the hour like where are your contacts, and I would like not berate you, but like I would just like pressure you. And then three, I just felt bad because like I do have an issue with like I have an issue. I talk about this a lot on this podcast. Fuck my life. But I have an issue with women, so like I felt like I'm going so far back with like my progress with women that like I just felt bad harassing you about that.
That's
You know?
I see what you're saying.
She's pretty harassable.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, how do you think I
It's
got
so
her
hard
get-
to. I have such a high tolerance for bullshit I've discovered with my new job that honestly nothing. I think.
Good skill, I think.
Yeah, thank you. I think that it's
Also, curse probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the most part, I mean, I do have a tolerance for everything, but you were never too like I've put up with way worse men, so don't worry
You're
about
such a
it.
good boy, Arturo.
Can
Yeah.
I see your laugh? I'm gonna do something.
This?
Yeah, there's so many people in the room. I might as
Oh my
well like
God.
split the laughs.
Oh yeah, and the dog. Every time you guys come over, it's like a circus.
What do you mean? It's so nice. What's wrong?
Yeah, I
Because
love,
you got all these
I love
gadgets.
coming over to you guys'
Yeah,
zoo.
'cause there's
It's
all
the
these
best.
animals.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I
we
feel like
can
I'm coming to a zoo and it's fantastic.
Okay,
in the
cool.
best way.
When you
Justine?
come back next time, we'll have a new couch.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear
We're
me?
buying a new couch.
And I told
It's
them.
garbage.
I talk loud enough.
Testing,
so we
testing.
can.
You're
There we
just
go.
hearing me and I'm
I'm
quiet.
trying not
so.
to be too quiet. I mean, too loud because she's been atrocious
Do you wanna
in
hear-
the best way.
Do you want to hear a funny joke I always say?
What?
Whenever Emily's like, "Yeah, Sawyer will be there," I'm like, "Who's Sawyer?"
You're so funny.
I know, because he's so, like, not a kid person. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and you're so not a
That's
dog
true.
person, and you're so not like a critter person.
Yeah, but I
I'm a
love
cat
that-
I'm all
person.
I
of
love
those
that you
things.
are the way you are.
I'm a cat person.
You are a cat person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with like dogs, like when I like to look at dogs, but like to actually hold a dog, they just smell so much. You're like, oh, it's gonna be on
That
me
was my
forever.
problem.
What?
When
I
we
remember
first
a
got
time
Raspberry.
You smelled, guys.
Small price to pay, in my opinion. It's like people that complain about getting dog hair on their clothes. I'm like, small price to pay, I got to pet a dog.
Yo, you know what it is? It's because your ears are always moist.
I'm
That's
an
so
everything
fair.
person.
Yeah.
I
I like that. I'm like that
Like
too.
shit.
They're just too drunk. I'm just not down for it right now.
She wants
I like
to give you a
cats.
sponge bath.
I like
Cats are
cats.
so low maintenance.
They are.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah.
cute.
You
Gooch
guys
is
want
so
one of our
sweet.
cats?
No.
Take my
You
cat.
can have boots.
Don't be. Because then I would tie you.
That would be
That's not
so
Boots.
cute.
No,
if we had
that's
Mr.
not
and
Boots.
Mrs.
Now.
Boots.
What? I don't
Boots
know.
comes with a $5,000 signing bonus, which means give me $5,000 and that's the signing bonus.
Yeah.
Boots loves
I
It'd
you.
be
love
cute to
that
have
cat.
Mr. and Mrs. Boots.
That'd be so cute.
You'd be already married.
Boots
Yeah.
brings you jackrabbits, like sacrifices, bro.
Straight up, she's a
She's brought us
murderer.
birds, jackrabbits, mice, and she plays with the mice before burying them after she eats part of their body.
Oh yeah.
My cat's around
Yeah.
It's
this
like my
neighborhood.
Friday night.
She's
am I
very
right?
ritualistic about her
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
repent.
My cats growing up used to be like that, but it's like they leaving you gifts. Like
Yeah.
they'd like leave us organs, but
Yeah.
eat the rest of them.
They were
It was
like-
disgusting.
Yeah. I think they do it because they think that you don't know how to like hunt.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah.
They think they're taking
what
care
it
of
is,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, these
They're like
berry
these
pickers
giant
don't know.
cats. Yeah. They're like these giant cats are idiots.
It's fucking useless creatures. Jesus. Boots is such a cuckoo.
My favorite thing is Boots is such a mom to every animal in this house.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
call
So
her
she
cuckoo.
goes and makes her rounds. She came up to me earlier and she was like rubbing herself all over Barry and they were kissing.
That's
Like they were
cute.
licking
Yeah, and
each
then
other
she came
back
up on
and
me
yeah.
and Sawyer today too. I
Yeah,
was
That's
she's-
so cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
yeah.
Boots is very loud. He's like a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Mr.
Like
Boots.
my Boots.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time he like comes at like 3:00 in the morning for snuggles, and it's just
Aw.
like, oh, hello, my little lawnmower. Nice to see you too.
It's like very loud. He's like me. He's very loud and very like abrupt. And he
I
just
do
wants
see
to be you.
that pets
The
sometimes
day
reflect
that
their owner.
Sawyer
Oh, yeah,
was
they're
coming
very
to
similar.
us, Boots would walk across Sasha's lap and then press against the Bailey.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knew. And then Mally slept beside Sasha the whole pregnancy.
Yeah.
Did I show you the thumbnails for these things?
No.
It's
They're
the
fun.
cutest little thing I've ever done in my life. So what I've decided to do is oh my god, my internet.
Did you tell them about the AI thing
I talked about
Bro,
it,
it's
but I didn't
mad
start.
crazy.
tell them
I
what
used
you were doing.
ChatGPT to create a whole fucking YouTube channel and like actual videos.
Look, what I do now is like I just draw them.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna draw you.
Okay. That's very cute.
Right?
Good job.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, this
I
is
just go
fun.
on Illustrator and just draw.
This is fun. I'm like in this weird with work and stuff. I don't think I want something super high maintenance, if that makes sense.
Like
Right now,
like besides having a child.
well, yeah, like that's the most high maintenance thing I've ever done and probably ever will do. And
Yeah.
I'm like feel like I can handle anything at this point, which is fantastic. But I also want to take time to be creative again, which is something I've been having a hard time kind of doing.
What if you just put a GoPro on your forehead and just vlog? Okay, can't you just do that?
I could do that honestly. That'd
That's
be hilarious.
Kind of sick.
My kid would.
But
probably
like,
try to
you know what
take
you
it.
should do? You should get one of those 360 cameras so it'd look funny.
Oh my god, I love those
Yes.
TikToks where those guys are
Does their
like,
heads look weird?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like banana,
The guy that eats the watermelon.
Gross.
and they go into their car and they're like,
Yeah,
They're
you should
weird.
do that, but like with like a baby.
that's true.
That'd be fun.
Like
The
a baby.
Just any baby.
Or like a
That's
drone that
very
just follows
interesting.
you around and
Well,
like the
something
drone
cool
like
is
slowly tries to kill your
Sawyer's
child.
unlocked running now.
Oh my gosh, she
So
walks
we
like
could
a drone
put a GoPro on
person.
her and then just have her chase us.
That sounds
That's
actually. I feel
adorable.
like a YouTube channel where you just like strap a GoPro on your
Baby
toddler.
POV.
Oh
and
my
just,
god,
like,
her POV,
baby
like
POV
weird
would be
content, like it's like
fantastic.
the.
I would watch that. all
Oh
the
my
time.
god,
That sounds
Wait,
like great
let
content.
me
I
pull
feel like
up
that
my
was my
laptop.
idea. I feel like I just said
Nobody
that.
take that
Yeah,
idea,
we'll give
okay?
that's our turn.
Cut
You
that
need
out.
a director.
If you take that
That's
idea,
top
we know
secret
you took it
information.
from me, and now I'll sue you.
This
Yeah.
this podcast is like third coming out, so you have time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
this is
I want to like
good.
write it
It's like
though,
the-
so I don't forget.
It's like the third episode. No,
Yeah.
fourth. This will be the fourth.
Is this a-
I'll make sure yours is the fourth. Yeah, because there's this
Yeah.
one. There's the one I just did. Then there's Kyle tomorrow. Then there's this one. I'm kind of
Kyle?
nervous about
What's
having
the
Kyle
ginger
on.
comedian's
Why?
name? The
Because he
Kevin?
messaged him
no,
and was
not
just like,
Kevin.
"Can I
No,
please
no,
be
no.
on your podcast?"
The one.
So- Ew.
Ah,
I wonder what you're gonna
dude.
talk about.
Here's
Me
the
too.
thing. I'm kind of
Cool
nervous
guy.
about having Kyle on just because like him and I have some beef.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like, he seems adamant about like squashing the beef. So I'm just like curious of like, maybe he doesn't even know
But there's
about the beef.
anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe
You
he
do
doesn't
seem-
even realize there's still beef.
You are a little delusional sometimes.
And
I
he
can
does
be.
like to
Yeah.
hold grudges.
Yeah.
I can be, but like that also makes me kind of annoyed that like he doesn't maybe he doesn't see like he hurt me. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And maybe he does though. Who's to say? Like,
But
Maybe
right?
that's
Yeah.
what he wants to be on the podcast.
Exactly.
About. Maybe he wants to like clear
That's why
things
it's good
up,
that you're
have a
doing it.
conversation, get
Yeah.
to know each other.
Like, I'm not gonna just be like, bring up like, hey, because like, what annoyed
I mean, you
People
guys
aren't
could
that
fight
self-aware,
naked in
honey.
oil and
You're
it's
lost.
still
man.
True.
That'd be the easiest fight. He weighs like 160.
You guys could like.
I had the easiest breakup like
You're
that
also
once.
built like a brick shit house
I went to
guy.
go text him to break up with him, and I was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey, I don't think we should see each other." And I was like, "Freaking perfect."
Wow.
That was the
Easy
perfect
peasy.
breakup.
Yeah.
That's your ex?
Yeah.
Same
Bring
page.
him a lot.
Shut up. You bring him up most of the time.
That's
She
true.
brings up her still.
That's
She's like, I
He
just
was
don't want to
traumatic.
be working.
Yeah.
fair.
And then
Mine
he
too.
comes in, I'll be like, just shank him.
Yeah.
Just shank him. Like,
That's
you
the
win.
thing what I
The
hate about
statute of
working in
limitations
the
says you can
general
shank him.
Sure, totally.
I.
I'm in.
You know what's crazy? Okay, so you remember Anna, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Anna's my ex.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay, stop at the tube, Sausha.
What dude?
I just know you didn't like her at the time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Our
Raspberry.
food is
We're
here.
only like I'm
Go
only
meet-
because she
get her
brings us food.
I'm
And,
gonna
like,
bring
bake
this.
us
It's
a
just
cake.
nothing.
I ordered this.
Free food, sorry guys.
Anyway,
No, it's the
Anna's
bacon.
one of my best friends, and I love her.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways,
I have no problem with her.
you don't?
No.
Oh, I wasn't sure because like
I mean, I didn't necessarily enjoy the idea of you two dating because I didn't really think that you two were the. But that was
Great for
my
each
own
other.
opinion, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say that to two friends who are like newly discovering a new relationship. Like, do your thing, bro. And if it gets to the point where it's toxic, maybe I'll.
a pin?
Oh,
Sure thing.
what the fuck?
Sorry, 2 seconds.
A
That's
pin.
weird. This is a new thing.
Man's in the rain, bro.
I know I'm trying to be fast. Wait, I'm a boomer. 3963.
3963.
It's a new feature.
3963?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, that's new.
Okay,
Because
well,
there's so
no.
much food theft.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes sense.
Maybe
Good
not
idea.
like her, but I just remember last time we talked about Anna. You were like, "Well, I just didn't like the way she hurt you, yada yada." So
Well,
maybe
you-
maybe,
That's valid as
but
well.
maybe in my brain, I'm like, "Oh, she doesn't like her," but maybe that's not what that means.
No, I don't know her enough
That's
to have
exactly
an
what that
opinion.
means.
Of
on
who
that.
cares.
But
Yeah,
maybe
person.
so. Here's the problem with me though. I'm a very
Black and white type.
yeah,
of
yeah. I'm
person.
very like in or not in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not.
Levi's like that too.
Mhm.
Who's
Yeah.
Levi?
Okay, my water bottle's full. Get ready.
Do you got your water?
No, it's iced tea full of
Fuck
sugar. Yeah. I
Okay,
shouldn't
so
have done it.
anyways,
That was weird.
So okay, let's scratch that you don't like Anna. You didn't like how she hurt me, which is valid.
Yes.
But like we're all best friends, which is kind of funny because like
it's very
me-
millennial of you.
yeah, because Emily and I were like 98% sure we're getting married, and like you're gonna be my groomsman, and Anna will too, and like Patrick and Kevin are too.
Wait, I have to share the spotlight. Wait, can I be the
Well,
best man?
You'll
Who's
be the
gonna be the
best
flower
woman,
girl?
and she'll be a groomswoman.
Okay, that's
like
fine.
you're.
That's fine.
I think
number
best.
one.
I think it'd be really funny if like because like Patrick could be my like jokes aside, Patrick could be my best man.
He could
but,
be
like,
the flower girl.
that's like,
I
here's the thing.
honestly kind of really want to do a flower dude. That'd be fun. We can make
Flower
Levi our
kitties.
flower guy.
Here's the thing. You know what'd be really funny? If I was like to Patrick, I was like, "Hey man, like I'm getting married, and obviously I need a best man," and like he was getting like excited about it because like he's like, "Oh, he's about to ask me. He's about to ask me like if I'm going to be the best man." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just wondering like, do you think Sausha would say yes?" And he's like, "Yeah, maybe." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Like I'm gonna ask her. Like I'm kind of
Right.
nervous about
I'm
it."
like so
cute.
disappointed.
Get married before I get married. I'll have words.
Well,
No,
I
I'm
thought-
just kidding. We don't want like a wedding. We want to have a party.
like a low.
Oh, me too. Me and her want to also have
Yeah.
like a celebration. Of
Yeah.
We're not into
of-
Catholicism and all
of-
that.
Yeah,
sure.
we're not like doing a church
No.
big wedding thing.
No.
It'll be
You'll
like
But-
try and
it'll be
think-
like the simplest ceremony
Yeah.
and then a big party.
No,
But
yeah, that's what we want
anyways, this brings me back to my podcast days when we'd go on tangents, and I would like say something, and then we'd all go on a tangent, and I'd just be sitting there waiting,
to.
like,
Because you're so
I need to
controversial.
remember.
You also can't hang out
I
with
need
people
to
with
remember
ADHD.
this.
It's the problem.
You're the only person here with ADHD.
No, I have ADHD.
Diagnosed.
I was gonna say I don't believe that because I'm undiagnosed, but like all of my friends have
My
ADHD.
ODD
and they
is so
convince me of
apparent
that.
to me that
I
I always try to do the
feel like
hardest
you
things
don't.
Sometimes
first.
I feel like I'm
See, that
autistic.
happened again.
That's fair.
I was trying to talk to me.
There are,
Motherfucker.
Like correlating
Motherfuckers just
symptoms
talk
of ADHD
Yeah.
over
and
me.
It's like a
I've heard
Venn
that. So it's like,
diagram.
what?
mental health now.
I looked at the Venn diagram because I was
Levi's
also like,
trying
I wonder if I'm
to
actually
console
just on
me,
the
but it's not.
spectrum.
Yeah, right.
But I definitely follow more ADHD
It's not
symptoms
working
and then the
because
like
these
shared ones
bitches
than actual
are
are
autistic
talking
ones.
over
So
me when
Okay.
I was talking
That's
first.
cool.
That's good to know because I'm going through therapy right now.
Here we
and
go.
They're only. Shut up.
I thought the podcast was supposed to be about having a conversation, and we're having a conversation.
Yeah, why is it always about you?
So sorry, you told me I was
like
allowed to
doing
contribute,
bits,
so I'm
Emily, okay?
contributing.
This is part of the-
You're so
I like
in the
girls.
background.
Yeah.
I like girls better than I
You
like you.
probably
You
think
are
this
so
podcast's about you.
I knew this was gonna happen. Not like the talking over, but when Sasha's
can.
around, I like doing bits because
Yeah.
we're both comedians.
She's funny.
Fun
trying.
bits, fun bits, fun bits.
I think I'm gonna focus more on like
You have fun
small
bits,
TikTok
ew.
videos.
What was I gonna say again?
I'm just
Oh,
so
yeah,
tired
it's-
all the fucking time. Sorry.
It's funny to say like how the world like works and how people put like people into place. Like there's Anna. Like at some point in time, I was like in love with her. Yada yada yada.
Right.
We broke up, and then Emily came to my life, and I'm still friends with Anna, and like I'm still dealing with that breakup.
Right.
But like we're still best friends. But at the same time, Emily is now Anna's roommate. Or
What?
Emily roommate.
You're,
You know?
you're living with his ex?
Bro.
Mhm. She moved in with me.
What do you guys are what?
Somebody else, I think it was Creedon, was like, "You guys should make a sitcom of this."
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
something
weird
to
relationship. It
some
sounds
shit
like a
Boyle
sitcom.
says on 9-9.
Yeah.
I live in
Honestly,
my
though, it's like
ex-boy's-
it's very obvious that there are no residual like romantic feelings between either of you guys.
It's because I honestly don't feel like there was any in the first place. To be
I
frank.
think
What do you mean?
here's the
Shots
thing.
fired,
I
right?
think that there was always. I think they were both in love with each other, and I think there always was love. It
Like
just kind
friend
of
love.
developed into a platonic friend love, and I think that's what it was supposed to turn into.
Maybe
Like I
that's
think
what
they were
meant.
I
supposed
think
to date
That's
That's
why
much
you get
nicer
a
than
at
ring.
what
their
I said.
point.
That's why
Yeah,
you
you're
get
kind
a
of a
ring when you
bitch.
say shit like
Just
that.
but here's what I
That's the
think.
autism.
Here's
He
Is that
always
okay to
tells me
say?
I have autism.
So does he. Fascinating.
Maybe that's not so comfortable
They have
with
no
you,
logic brain.
autism.
They have no logic brain.
I don't know
That's what it
why.
See, I'm
people
too
with
logical.
autism-
That's half a problem sometimes.
is. Yeah.
That's why I think it's weird, but like people with autism they come to me, you know. Like I have a lot of friends who have autism.
I could
Like-
say that too, but then I'm just working.
You're the spectrum.
Yeah, like Patrick, Kevin, Sasha, Amanda,
Kevin.
Anna, Emily, Levi, like literally everyone who are my friends have autism. Ask me why though.
Oh,
You're
Levi,
autistic.
you're one
No,
of your friends.
because they're fucking autistic.
You should feel
Because
so
you're
special.
I'm artistic.
Yeah, I am
Artistic.
artistic.
They're
Thank you very much.
autistic.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite line in any movie ever.
The problem is like a genie asked me once, they're like, what kind of friends do you want? And like I have dyslexia, so I said autistic, but I meant artistic.
Right.
Mm.
You know what? That would explain a lot of my struggles.
Could you imagine?
Explain a lot of
Could
things,
you imagine?
honestly.
You meet a genie and you're like, I want to be the best artist, and then like you write it down, but you wrote autistic.
Or you had a list or
My
something.
first genie.
Yeah.
I want to be an artist.
And he's like, autistic? It's like, no! And he like goes in the bottle.
But from Aladdin.
You
Yeah.
can't see, you need glasses.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah, maybe.
But then
Yeah.
his
way
life
better
is
than Will
completely the
Smith.
same because autism
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
anything.
I think Will Smith did his
Is that what
own
they told
good
you to say
version
out
of
loud to make
it,
yourself
but I
feel
think
better?
Robin Williams'
Yeah.
version was
Nice.
just always the best.
Obviously,
I'm
that's
so
not
mad at
true.
these
I don't
companies
know.
using their token Africans to freaking play their cultural role from
Yeah.
a previous white role. Why don't you just give them a whole movie surrounded by their
That's what I'm
black
saying.
excellence
Yeah.
instead of fucking
Yeah.
ruining a
100%.
like a
Yeah.
sequel or
I wasn't sure where that was going to go, but
Yeah.
I 100% agree with
Right.
you.
no,
Yeah.
but like even my,
Yeah, I
my
agree.
African coworkers, they're like Disney's making this movie about a Greek pharaoh a pharaoh in Egypt, and he had a Greek wife that he got as
What
a
are you looking
gift,
for?
and they've casted a black woman to play her.
Yeah.
So all my like
Are you talking about
straight
the,
off
like,
the boat
Cleopatra?
African coworkers, yeah.
Movie? Yeah.
And
They
then-
like cast her as black, but like she
They're
was
so mad.
like Egyptian, which is basically white, you know, like.
Oh, I thought this was.
I mean,
More
it is
Middle
in
Eastern.
Africa. Yeah, it is in Africa,
Here's-
but like
here's-
it's definitely way more light skinned.
I'm-
So like,
I'm-
they could
I'm-
have at least cast a light skinned woman of
That's
color
what
to
they're
play her
saying.
would have been better.
Or at least like
Mhm.
But
I'm
like a straight
down
up
with
black
like
woman is a
them
little different.
switching races with like fictional characters. I don't care
Yeah.
about that. excuse me. But if it's like historical, then you can't do that because
That's
like
not
it's
how it works.
like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
what-
But
exactly.
then, like,
Yeah.
actually make
Yeah.
black stories about
Well,
strong
why
black
couldn't they
women.
just
like
make
that
a
Harriet
brand new
Tubman.
mermaid?
Yeah, we just had this
Tubman.
conversation. We
Yeah.
just had the conversation like 2 days ago that like Harriet Tubman, they should make a movie about her because she saved so many slaves. Like she was a strong black woman.
She
That's
was
a
like
great movie to
leading
make about a black
groups
character.
of slaves like through tunnels with babies and shit.
Isn't
Yeah.
she on
Could
her
you
money?
imagine that?
No, it's not her, but
No,
a
she-
woman
she
like
does
her
that
is on
serum.
her
Yeah.
money.
What?
This
Aunt Jemima?
That's racist, I think.
It's not called Aunt
Definitely
Jemima
is
anymore
racist.
anyway. Even though I had an Aunt Jemima bottle for much longer than I needed to have it because I was like, it's a relic.
Yeah, fair.
But
That's
I
fair.
mean, that's like having Nazi symbolism kind of at this point.
Some people would call
Some
it the
people
same
would
thing.
say
yeah.
that's pretty
Well, that
extreme,
chick
but
that had to
there's
sit
people
on the
who are
back
like
of
that.
The bus was funded by white people because they wanted something to happen, but like yeah.
Hmm?
Well, I think if you find like Nazi like paraphernalia, it should go into a museum.
Yeah.
Well,
Just-
yeah.
Right? It shouldn't like be kept like, hey, look at this stuff.
Well, some
That
people
shit
keep
was
it.
crazy.
Well, my
Some
nephew's
people keep-
grandparents had some in their thing. When he passed away, they had like his old freaking gun from Germany and stuff. Because
That's
when he
crazy.
came here to Canada, you could buy rifles at Home Depot. Like,
Yeah.
there was nobody's worried about nothing. There was
Right.
zero plane security. So man's had his helmet and his medals and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I look because like when I was reading about that in school, like World War II, I was like, man, I can't believe we lost. That's
I think we won, dude. Hitler's not here no more.
You're
That's
a
his
brown
point.
boy.
We're not all Zeke Hale.
I know he always makes that joke, and I'm like, you realize that like you would
You
have
have
been
no
killed in the
privilege.
Holocaust.
You're short.
right?
You're brown. Your
Like,
teeth are fucked
I'm not
up.
short. I'm not
Hitler
short,
would not have
Sasha.
chosen you.
I'm
I
not
hope
short.
you know. Like he wanted
There's no short or tall in this day and
blonde-haired,
age.
white-skinned, blue-eyed
Yeah, but I
people.
think
You are
Spanish
literally
people
none of
at
those
the
things.
At the top of the like it goes white people, then
Yeah.
Spanish.
You
You know,
think
because
so?
you're practically white. You just got a really good tan.
I'm white, yeah.
I don't think Hitler
No,
would have been
you
a fan
look-
of you.
No, Hitler would have hated you. You
That's-
look Hispanic as fuck, you bitch.
100%.
I think Hitler would have hated you because you look autistic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
fine.
he would've-
But like
hated
not.
the autist. The
She would have been
mental,
a little above you though, because at least she's white, which
But, like,
I know
here's
sounds
the-
terrible, but
here's
this
the
is
thing-
And I'm not
Hitler
even
speaking.
all
Hitler
white,
got
bro.
me.
Yeah, but
Here's-
white-
And I'm more white than you.
Here's
True.
the thing, like you have autism,
you're
but like,
white
what's your
passing.
special thing?
Exactly. Pardon?
What's your special thing?
My special thing?
Yeah.
That took me a second to get.
Being a bitch. That's what your special thing is.
Because
Maybe.
most autistic people have like a special
I
talent.
don't have one, so maybe I'm not autistic.
She can do
Yeah,
code
me neither.
like a motherfucker. So if you teach her code one time, and then she can just write it out and recite it with her brain, like she just looks at code from like her Sims game. She'll look at it and then go type it into the box without having.
Oh,
to, like,
yo, I thought
Okay,
you
word
meant.
that's your
for word.
special skill.
Oh, I thought you meant so memorization. But like,
Yeah,
I
Yeah, I guess.
okay, yeah. I thought you meant like computer code.
But I can remember, like,
sequences and stuff.
Yeah.
I think is better. To
So you're good at
sequences.
patterns.
Mhm.
maybe.
So
Yeah.
you're just.
I'm really good with money, like counting money too.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
Like, that's why I'm really good at my
Count
cash
how
job
many
right now.
Gs,
Like,
bro.
I'm bad at counting.
and I've always been, like, super, like, when it's not my own money. I'm really bad with my own money and own finances, but when it comes to other people's money that I'm accountable for, here you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to fuck with it. Right? I don't want to go to jail.
Next thing you know, Community Natural Foods has got their cartel guys coming in, being like, "Yo,
Don't drop that,
you
man.
short on the last load,
Don't tell
bro."
people where I work.
Mhm.
Can we beep it?
Yeah, we'll bleep that out.
I don't really care, honestly. Come to my store. It's expensive.
They
Come
got
say
really
hi.
good cereal.
Yeah. They're a good
I'm
place to
leaving
work,
on
though.
Friday.
I know. How long are you going for?
I'll be back like end of August.
You need to go to the comedy store.
You're gonna
Probably.
Do a bunch
I'm
of
gonna
stuff?
like. Well, yeah. So I drive to Calgary on the 16th, and then I'm there for 2 weeks filming and doing stand
Are you
up.
going
And
by yourself?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I heard
Yeah.
that if you lick the bathroom walls at the comedy store, you become famous.
that
I will keep that in mind. I'll tell you how
would
it
be a
goes.
funny bit.
I also feel like you probably get other things
Oh
than
yeah, you
just
get
famous.
like
You know what I mean? Like,
antibiotic-resistant syphilis. Yeah.
yeah,
my dad
like
comes
probably
in.
some STDs and or AIDS and stuff. You know?
Definitely probably a trip a little bit because
Oh,
That's
I know
actually
where
the
that one is
grindstone on
real.
Sawyer's birthday.
Yeah.
You know how I went into the theater to go and like do whatever I was doing. We were
Uh-huh.
taking photos, so I went to mess with the light switches at the back.
Uh-huh.
There was freaking AIDS test kits sitting there.
Jesus.
I'm like, bro, these boys are getting wild.
But yeah, so I go to Calgary. I'm there for 2 weeks, filming, like doing the flail, doing the vlog, and like doing some films and the podcast. And then after Calgary, I go to Trail. Then I do like a podcast there with a friend. And then after that, I go to I think Kelowna. I do some stand up over there and the Flail podcast. And then I go to Vancouver. I do festivals, podcast, the Flail, and maybe some skits, some trap shit, yada yada. From Vancouver, I go to like what's that hipster place? I always forget the name
Portland.
of. Portland. I go to Portland, then Seattle, then like some Bay
Portland is
Beach.
as boring
I
as
go
you
like
think it is.
I go all the way down the coast, like 5 hours at a time. I stop every 5 hours and just go to a major city like Seattle.
Seattle's nice.
Or
They really
yada
good
yada,
pizza.
yeah.
Cool.
And then like I end up in LA, and then I'm there for a week by myself, and then I'm just doing like podcast flail, yada yada, and then she comes over with, I think maybe Kevin and Min are coming. You haven't met Min, but
Yeah, my
Kevin
best
might be
friend.
coming to go to Disneyland with us.
Really?
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't want to invite Kevin, he kind of invited himself.
Yeah.
He's gonna split
We
his
kind
money
of, we
sometime.
invited men kind of. It was like almost a joke, but then we were like, actually, that sounds like a lot of fun.
When,
And
what
then-
time? When? I'm working.
Like
now.
August 28th or something.
Yeah.
What? Do you
Do
go
you
to
wanna
LA?
Oh, my passport's expired. 2023.
But you can just
May.
like, can't you just travel though with your card or something?
They're expired next year. No, not
Yours
for the
is.
States.
I think mine expired
We
this
got
year.
the same time, same year.
I got mine the year before you.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the plan. And then me and Emily, we drive back up,
Mhm.
back there, and then I might, if I don't get accepted to school, I'm probably gonna get a camp job.
You're definitely
Somewhere-
going to school, kiddo.
Well, no, because I got accepted, but like the class
Like
is full,
waitlisted?
so I'm
Oh.
waitlisted.
Okay.
So I might not go to school, but I might just get a camp job for like the winter, and then like reapply.
Yeah, I'm sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, depending on how far along on the wait list, things might turn around.
Yeah, you never know. I might go to school, but
Yeah,
I'm either going to school or camp job, and then like after that,
That's a
yeah,
good
I don't know
plan.
what else I'm doing. Yada yada.
that's awesome.
My main goal for the summer though is like this flail series, and I have to do that mom documentary, and then like I have to do. I think Giant Blair is a big one. I really want Giant Blair to be a thing.
You
You
should
know?
make a trip out to Las Vegas and go on the street and do like a street talk episode where you ask prostitutes like really serious life questions.
The
Be
prostitutes
"What are
don't
you
just
gonna
hang
do?"
out on the street on Las Vegas.
Yes,
They
They
give
do.
you out cards.
Yeah, they
What?
and they're not.
Yeah.
That's
that-
not seductive.
Also-
Yeah,
also-
Yeah,
That's
they
not
give
good
you
sales.
cards that have
Also,
a
it's
picture
not.
of her
you
on
can't
it.
say prostitutes anymore. It's sex workers.
Gosh.
Because prostitute.
So you can't just say harlot whore.
No.
Harlot is fun. though.
You guys
I like
have
saying
to do a
harlot.
The
harlot.
reason
is
why,
nice.
and I
I
get.
like being
Here's the
called a
thing.
harlot.
I get not wanting to be called a prostitute or a hooker because there's been so much media
Like
of
negative
like
connotation.
negative connotation on that word, right?
Sure.
Because like when you think of prostitute, you think of like some prostitute in the
So now
dumpster.
you,
It's never
you
like.
don't want to be Porsche. You want to be Porsche. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
be fancy. Like,
But then also, it's
Not a
like,
whore, you want to be a
also
harlot.
like
We have
if she,
benefits.
also if like this sex worker wants to be called a sex worker, like let them. They're doing a job no one else
Yeah, but
wants to
part of
do.
my-
Exactly.
Right.
Somebody's got to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's literally the world's oldest trade. Like somebody's gonna do it. So
Yeah.
like
You do
mad
children.
respect to those who do it. Good for you.
Exactly.
Just as long as you do it safe and take care of yourself,
Exactly.
then you know what you do. You
And that's
no
a part of the
judgment to
worker
those.
part, right? Like, there's labor laws for everything. There should
Yeah.
be labor laws for things like that.
100%.
Oh, 100%.
The
I think that should be
backbone of this
legalized,
country.
and then like
It is legalized. You
No.
know?
yeah. Well, it's
You can
illegal.
buy a sex worker, but you can have sex with a sex worker.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I could
illegal
take
to
my
pay
work
for sex
benefits
for
down
somebody,
to
but
the
it's
Robin
not
Hood.
illegal to take the money to
They
have sex with
direct
them.
Right.
So like the sex worker is not doing anything illegal, but the John hiring her is.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Which
Yeah.
is like a
Which
pretty
is
good way
fine,
of
yeah.
making that law, honestly.
Yeah.
That's like probably one of the best ways you could do it.
Yeah, 100%. Because then
Yeah.
it protects her and not
Yeah.
him, and that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Because that's what it should be.
But we should like not right now because you're busy and you're like a child and stuff.
You're so
And
butthurt.
stuff.
I'm not.
I
Oh
know.
my
When you
god.
get rich, you could pay for
I am
her to
trying-
be
Here's
a
the
child.
thing.
You just
Here's
pay
the
some
thing.
Dave to take
Um,
care
We'll
of
buy
it.
you a nanny.
Sometimes. No. This isn't like a shitty thing on you being a mom. I
It's gotta
love
be
you
a
and I love
nanny
a
so I
child.
can have a friend.
But like, I'm not used to kids.
Yeah.
So like, it's funny that when I see Sawyer and like she looks at me and I'm like, "What does your child want?" And she's like, and then she's like, she just loves you. I'm like, "Oh,
I
hi."
fucking told you that. I told
No.
you. I was like, yo, Arturo totally is autistic when it comes to our kid.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Because
Just,
like
kids in general.
I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do you like? I remember the first we were at my sober birthday, and she was just staring at me like with a smile, and I looked at him like, what the fuck does your kid want?
Yeah.
And then you're like, she just loves you. I'm like, oh hi.
Yeah, she
And,
knows
like,
who you are.
we
She
do the
thinks
with-
she's.
Yeah, you're just her fun Uncle Artie.
Yeah. And like, I just forget.
I call you our turtle.
Here's
That's
the
funny.
thing.
I call him Artie Farty sometimes.
Here's the thing. Me and Emily, we've agreed that like she's better with like toddlers and smaller kids.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like that, but like
babies to
I'm better
toddlers.
at like kids, like teenagers and like more adult kids that I can be like, let's go play some hoops and talk about like why you got molested.
Jesus.
That is so not how that's.
But like babies to toddlers think I'm cool and funny, and then he's just like confused about them. And then once they're like,
they're not that
once
hard.
they're old enough to know what's cool, they don't like me anymore, and then they like him.
The thing with kids though is like,
and then
I thought they were so much more complicated until I had one. And then I'm like, oh, they're just tiny people. They just
Yeah.
have needs and wants like
No,
everybody else.
And I find kids prefer it when you talk to them like they're also adults.
Yeah.
Like I feel like kids don't tend to like adults that are like baby talking to them.
Yeah.
Because now
Because
because they understand you and they want you to understand them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
There's-
they just want to sit down and
kids
have a
very
conversation.
Like
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so like when I'm talking to a toddler and you can like barely understand what they're saying, it's just like a lot of matching energy. Smile and nod, you know?
Yeah.
No,
like
no.
you seem excited. Wow, that's so exciting, you know?
No, I think
Definitely.
I think I understand babies, but the problem is it's like it's more of a job with a baby. Like if it's crying, it's like I don't know what you need right now
you can
because
also train them to do.
Yeah, but
No.
you also figure it out though. Like,
no,
you know
but
what
I know, but like
No, but I'm talking about if you were to have your own child.
yeah. I'd be more
Somebody
comfortable.
else's child doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable like figuring it out and
Yeah.
solving it if
Yeah.
like I wasn't.
Yeah.
If I was the parent.
Yeah.
Like since I'm not, I'm like
And that's
You-
completely
you can have it
normal
back
and
now.
natural.
like
It's the
if,
same
if
way.
like I have my nephews are older, like I can take care of them
Yeah.
because like they can vocalize what they want and I can decide if they need it or not. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
Like sometimes Camden's like, hey, I want some water. I'm like, you don't get water because like you don't need it right now because you're fat. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Jesus. He doesn't say
I don't
that to
know.
him. I swear he doesn't say
I'm
that
sure.
to him.
It's funny. Like sometimes when I see him, I like to like pick him up and like hold him up as high as I can and wiggle him and then drop him. Like not drop him high, but just like go like
Just
this.
like put him down
Yeah.
abruptly. Yeah.
How old is he?
like 12?
7?
Oh,
Maybe
that's
10?
fun.
10 something, yeah.
17?
Yeah, he's a pretty big kid. Like he's like almost my
I
height,
know,
and so I gotta pick him up.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing is like, I'll walk up to him.
Yeah.
I'll be with Kane. I'm like, "Do you think I could pick up your brother?" And Cat was always like, "No, don't." And I'm like, "I pick him up." Like he's a cat, and I shake him. Yeah.
It's the worst.
And then he's just like, oh.
Probably fucking hates when you come over.
He looks pretty excited.
I'm just
I think
kidding.
he likes me more than he
Yeah,
likes us.
I'm sure. You don't shake him in the air. What the fuck?
Arturo's like, come to me when you have monetary value.
Yeah, when you
basically.
can work, when I can
When
put
you
you
can
to
work.
work.
He's like Camden can play at basketball, so he's like, this one's got potential. I'll spend time with him.
Maybe I could be his manager.
Yeah.
Always thinking about.
The good thing about having nephews
Money.
is always be filming. Because they always do something weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Like if you have your own kids, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kids are fucking weird.
Kids are
They're
entertaining.
Yeah, but you
They're
know what
so
living
fun.
with him in his dream house looks like? Means that he has like really good cameras in every corner so
Oh,
that he
for
can
sure.
film your guys' life.
I wanted to do this
That sounds
movie
creepy.
where
Yeah.
I talk in the camera. I'm like, hey, I want to make like a movie for like my girlfriend. I want to surprise her. I think it'll be a lot of fun, you know. And then I start filming Emily, but like she doesn't know about it, and it becomes like this horror movie where like because I don't think she's living an interesting life, I make her life interesting. So like I call her and I'm like I call her when I'm filming her. So like you can overhear me on the phone with her while I'm filming her, and you can just hear me be like, I need help, I relapsed, I don't know what to do, da da da. And she starts crying, then I hang up and I just like zoom in on her crying face. Because like I
Like,
want
It
because-
starts out like candid videos of like home video type style, and then he feels
I
like it's
feel
not
like
entertaining.
that's
So he starts like filming from outside the window.
No, it
Such a
starts
good
from me
idea.
filming from outside.
You should
And like
start
I start filming from outside and I start filming you. Like just do
doing
fun little
pranks,
cute things.
where she starts thinking
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
losing her mind.
Yeah, and then like it's just
Yeah.
a fun thing. Like, oh, he goes in and like splashes, like puts water in her shower, like cold water in her shower, like as a joke. That's fun. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But then it starts getting more sinister and sinister.
Yeah.
sinister.
I'll put, like,
And then I
cake
start,
in her
like,
hair.
I start
Yeah.
like I start to like try to break up with you,
Yeah.
and like because like I don't think you're like living an interesting life.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times, like if you look at any good story, it has to follow some kind of trauma, right? Because like that's the hero's
There
journey.
has to be conflict.
It has to be conflict, and then that person has to fail, and then that person has to learn from that failure. But then here's the kicker: they have to. And this happens with like a lot of stories, especially like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. They have to fail, and then they have to overcome that failure. But then they have to fail again. Then they have to overcome it again. Then they get what they want.
Right.
But that's how like the hero's journey goes around.
Right.
Right. So, like, it'd be interesting because we, as readers and like viewers, we don't feel personally bad for the character because we're just like, that's a fictional character. This is a good story. Like, oh my god, Spider-Man, his uncle's dying. That's really shitty. Yada yada. But then you don't feel that internal like real internal turmoil for that character because like it's just a character. Like you're just more excited. You're like, whoa, this is crazy. Look at this. Whoa,
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But then like if that was a real person and you were making them go through that, that's kind of shitty, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So like I think that's an interesting aspect because like I feel like that is, if anyone ever asks like why would God do that to people, like what if God's a writer? Because
Bro, have you ever seen Preacher? That's literally what
I've been reading book 1 and 2, but I haven't read like the
You
rest
should
of
watch that. Okay, so I'm watching
That
the show
movie?
again.
The
And
show is so
It's
good.
like that's basically kind of like that idea where
them.
like,
Yeah,
God is just a vindictive bitch, like
yeah.
and
But like it's a holy God, right?
yeah, but it's also like I think a thing with humans is like being bystanders. is like
a motorcycle.
The bystander effect also occurs when you're reading
Seth Rogen's
terrible
I love Seth Rogen.
situations, right? Like
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, that would be so terrible if that would happen to me, but like I want to read about it because it's
Well,
so terrible.
if
right?
you look
Like,
at like what popular TV is now, it's like usually reality TV show where people aren't doing well.
yeah,
Like there's like that like My Crazy Addiction or like 90 Day Fiance
Yeah.
or like romantic fucking TV show. What's that thing? The Bachelor. That's
Yeah.
all drama. And that's all like things that people sitting at home don't want to go through, but they can't stop watching.
yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean?
because it's
And-
so much better when it's someone else going through it.
Yeah, I might actually do that film. I might actually do that because that'd be really cool.
I like that
yeah,
idea.
yeah,
fun.
right. I think that'd be like really fucking interesting.
You should.
Because like it kind of encapsulates what I think about God. Because like when I think about God, I think about God is just as human as everyone else.
Yeah.
Like what if he had like this tremendous power, but like he was just as human as us?
He's actually
Or-
like acting like he's a producer writer on a reality
Or
show.
like let's say like he was just more scientific than a loving father. Because a lot of people like a lot of like the Bible is like God's this loving father. He's a father, but like what if he doesn't have the love of a father,
It's
but like
literally Preacher.
but like the what's it called the
like
the curiosity of a scientist.
yeah,
Do you ever see Full Metal Alchemist?
no, but I've heard something. I've heard that.
Yeah,
it's
like
that.
that's a lot of that.
Yeah,
I've been meaning.
Might take
Maybe
it.
I should watch Preacher instead of reading it because reading it's taking me a long
watching
time.
it is so good. It's one of the best shows out there. Honestly, they do a really good job with writing it, and there's so many good.
Jesus' like last descendant's name's Humperdew.
And that's all we're gonna say.
Humperdew.
But yeah, I've always wanted to write this book called Christ's Sake, and that's where like I think AI would really help me with these things because I have all these ideas written out, but like no illustration for them.
It could probably help you come out with an outline.
You just say, hey, make me a story on this premise, and you give it every detail you want.
Yeah.
It'll generate it,
A
and then
whole
you can
story, yeah.
regenerate
Yeah, yeah.
it to get different forms of it.
But that's what me and Sausha were talking about earlier. I don't want to like it to write it out. I just want it to do the things.
But that's the
do.
thing is that you can
Yeah,
you can
command it to do that.
command it to because it's an open face platform. So basically that means you can take what they give you and you can use that program and program it to fill what you need,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Oh, like do you mean when I have a problem with like Johnny Blair going in a cave and I don't know what to write, like that?
It'll like you can like
yeah,
say,
yeah.
can you write like kind of like yeah, basically like you give it kind of pointers, a vague idea of what you're thinking.
Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for Midjourney or the AI to like write me just like mundane
You
things.
literally just ask it any question you want. Like, What?
Levi, they were writing Levi
I
essays
literally
on
made
mental
my
health.
own YouTube channel.
I
Yeah.
wish
Then I
that
got
we
it to
had
write
this
a
when you were
script
in
for
school.
me. I inputted that script into this thing called Pictory. Then Pictory took stock footage and voiceovers from AI generated voices, and I made a YouTube video. Just posted it. It took me 5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Can you pass me my frosty?
You just can go look at my history,
Give me
bro. I
my
don't block
Frosty.
things. No, actually, don't.
Give me my frosty.
What? It's in
I
the
got a
fridge.
strawberry one. Oh, it's in the fridge? Okay.
It's like crazy, and there's so many different AIs for so many different things. Like, if you ever have troubles with your thumbnails and stuff, you could say the thing, just give it ideas, and then it'll generate different thumbnails for your videos.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just like
But they also do things like
so much more.
they can do things like I was looking at it where they have one program, and these are all programs that people have made on top of the open face program that's available.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one where it's data entry. You just give the AI the data that you've collected, and it'll put in the data into an interface that you create, like a table or whatever way you want to visualize that data.
Yeah.
And or you can give it meeting, if you have a meeting, and you can give it the notes of that meeting, and it'll summarize it for you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So you could, if you're stuck, you could give it like the basic plot, what you want it to happen, where do you want it to go. Raspberry, leave him alone.
I messed up. Is that better? It's my fault. It's okay.
You guys got to get Botox before you go to LA so that you feel like you fit in.
Oh, are you
And
gonna
let-
If I want to get
LA?
that summer body, I'm fat as fuck.
Oh, yeah, you're
such
so
a bitch,
disgusting.
bro. You're so handsome.
You're disgusting. You
I
should
see him at
really
the thing.
take
I don't believe
care of
you.
it. You should go on a Ozempic.
I don't know what that is.
You should really
It's,
try it. It's
it's a fat
really.
loss medicine.
I have this friend.
This is a new way to fat shame.
Okay. I have this friend who sometimes he likes to take his shirt off when we're all hanging out and flex.
Why is that? Why do I know that's you?
That's not me. What
What
I'm going to tell you is it's really funny because then I take off my shirt and then I flex and I'm 3 times his size. It's hilarious.
Yeah, because he's been working out for a
You should
year,
arm
and
wrestle
so he
Sausha.
thinks he's
I
big
bet you
and
have
strong.
troubles, man.
And
She's
then
kinda
Arturo will
buck.
take off his shirt, and it'll be okay.
That's not fat. That's
Humble
all
him a
muscle.
little,
She's kind of buck.
We should arm wrestle.
Yeah,
Okay.
shot for shot.
Where should we
even
do
I
it?
would lose an arm wrestle again.
No, Arturo's gonna crush you like a
No, I know.
bug,
I don't
but,
think I
still,
want to arm wrestle.
But
him.
still, you're still pretty buck for a girl. I mean, that's
She,
racist, but you're still pretty buck.
She surrendered. I sat up. I got up and then she
But look!
just stopped. Let me see. Wow, that's so big.
Thanks.
Strong lady.
Did it all by
When she
myself.
punches
Didn't
me,
know we
I
got
actually-
tickets to the gun show.
Thanks.
Go
You're free.
show. You know what's my
Spend
biggest?
30
You know the biggest
pounds
pet peeve
on
though.
Yeah.
My biggest. It annoys me because I visited my family recently and my grandpa. I was just trying to have a moment with my nephew.
Yeah.
Right, and I was we were just talking about working out, yada yada. I was like, hey, Kaylin, I know you don't like working out as much, but you're very active because he's in every sport you can imagine. He just doesn't like working out. But anyways, I was like, you can do these cool single leg squats or whatever, right? I showed him how to do it. He's like, oh, cool. And my grandpa comes over. And he's like, why isn't your knee touching the ground? I'm like, it doesn't have to. He's like, yeah, you have to be all the way on the ground. I'm like, no, you don't. It's like any kind of workout. You just go as far as you can, then you get back up. And he's like, yeah, and then he's like, let me show you some workouts that are really, really hard. I'm like, okay, show me. And then he showed me these workouts, and he's like, look, you can really feel it. He's on the ground.
It's old
doing,
man workouts.
Doing these weird child poses, and he's like, look, do you feel it? I'm like, no, Grandpa, I don't feel anything.
He's like, no, it's because you're not doing it right. You
So
have to
he's
do it
just
like this. And it's
Attica's crushing, and he's like, I feel it.
yeah.
And I'm like, these are the easiest things I've ever done in my life. And he's like, you gotta do these. I'm like, I don't want to embarrass myself.
That's
with
such a
shirt.
boomer mentality.
And it was very every time he was like, no, I don't feel it. He's like, oh, it's because you have to do it this way. And altering it every single time. Arturo was like, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. He'd be like, no,
he tried to arm wrestle
this.
me, and I beat him, and it was really funny. You could just see his face, just kind of he got mad. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He's like, you're moving your arm. I'm like, no, it's just in this. It's still. And I just and I was like,
Just not willing to accept that he's not stronger than
Oh,
Arturo anymore.
that's so
Yeah, it's
funny.
like my nephews, dude. They're all jacked.
Yeah.
They're all jacked.
Sometimes I I open doors and close them too heavily.
Yeah, like my 14-year-old
It's a
nephew,
problem.
he works at his dad's butcher
Very
shop,
specific
lifting up
problem.
halves a cow.
Happens
Yeah.
a lot.
Half a cow up on a hook,
Jeez.
and he's 14. Like this kid's
Nice.
a
Some
monster.
big kid, yeah.
Cause like
Tough
so
kid.
when I went to go visit my grandpa, he has this like door and like I don't know, it's like I don't know what happened, but like I just open it
It's
and
not
then I
soft
break the
close.
lock. I just push it. And I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just opened the door. And he's like, you must have kicked it. I'm like, no,
It's like one of those like sliding
Yeah, I
box
just-
You get in
things.
trouble
Oh my
for
God.
being
And it was like
awesome.
attached to
I
the door
just-
and the
I
door
just
frame.
opened it
And he
and
like went
I
to
don't
push
know.
and he's like, it seemed hard to push open, but he just thought it was like hard to push
Oh,
open
and I was like,
and pushed a little harder
yeah,
and it just
and
popped.
then and he's like, no, you must have like slammed it or something. I'm like, no, I just opened the door. And like that happened at Grindstone because like the green room, the door's like really like I don't know, just like
Like,
like light. And then like
Contaminated.
I opened it to like close it. And I just slammed it on the door while there's a show going on. And I looked around. I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. My bad. They're like, it's okay. Did something happen? I was like, no, I just opened it. My bad. And then like I went to go inside the green room after the show was done to go like find a comic. And I opened it and same thing. I just slammed it. I was like, oh my god.
But his
so
real
sorry.
motives were that comedian was doing really good and he wanted to make it all
He wanted
about
to
him
mess it
because
up,
he's so
yeah.
mean.
that's
Yeah.
probably it.
It
You're
was
probably right.
it's quite the thing. Just being this strong. Just kidding.
Sounds like a struggle, honestly.
I do have some body dysmorphia, but we're working on it.
Mhm.
I've been measuring
Good
myself.
for you. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Your height? Is it bother you?
Not
No.
my height, no.
Oh.
I don't have little man syndrome. No, I never had.
You're
No one
beautiful,
asked you
dude.
if you did, so why are you projecting?
Because that's the question. That's what that means.
No, that means like that's always on your mind, and that's
No,
the first thing
that's the
you
first
said.
thing people-
I'm just kidding.
that's the first
That
thing
was
people
something
say.
I was worried about when I started talking
You
to
got
him
bigger
though, because
balls
he's
or
shorter, and I was
something?
just like,
Like,
oh
what's
god,
going on?
not one of these.
What do you mean?
Sure.
You got like
But he
giant
doesn't
guts and
act
your
like
dick's
that, so
not
it's fine.
proportionate?
No.
Like what's your
Ooh, fun fact. Let me. Okay,
That's so awesome.
since I've stopped doing drugs and stuff, my penis has been getting healthier.
This is gonna be an interesting piece
Do
of
you
information.
That's probably why we
remember-
got pregnant.
It's been getting healthier and it's been like just like growing and it's been
He
good.
washes
You know.
more.
Wow.
Do you remember there was a time where like I just like didn't really have sex, you know?
No,
Well,
I don't
like-
think I really was.
Anyways, I'm healthier now.
Great. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
See, this is what I love about you is that like even if you're uncomfortable, you don't make me feel uncomfortable.
Even when it was a
He's
weird
the
piece of
kind of friend
information, you're not like, why would you tell me this? You're like, okay, good for you, I'm proud.
He's the kind of friend that comes to you after a sketchy one night stand. He's like, "Yo, bro, does that look right?"
Is it supposed to look like
Like
that?
Don's there, like, yeah.
No, my body dysmorphia is just like I think I'm out of shape. Like I think I'm fat.
Poor boy. You're not.
Yeah, I know.
Guy, you're fucking stud, bro. Calm down.
I don't see it.
But it's like some days when he feels confident about himself and like in a good mood, he's like, "Oh yeah, I feel great
Maybe
today.
you guys
I'm so
should open
handsome
up
and so
an
hot, blah blah
OnlyFans
blah."
account
But then
for
when
you.
he's having a
Those
lower
guys
day,
praise you.
like lower mental health,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, I'm so
$20
fat and
in a
gross and
price.
ugly. I hate myself." And it's like it's
Um,
obviously tied to his mental health. So
Yeah.
we started like measuring him. So if he's feeling like questioning whether or not he's actually fit,
dude,
he'll
I
measure
know where
himself
you
again and
get
be like, "Oh
steroids
no,
from, if
I'm the
that's how
same
you
as I
feel.
was when I was feeling
no, I
fit."
don't want.
So it's
need
fine.
steroids.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's just like a mental thing. Like sometimes I just feel fat, and then like if I'm having a bad day, I just feel ugly and fat.
Mhm.
Because like
I get
even
it.
if even if
so
I'm
question.
huh?
Are we ugly and fat?
No,
Then what the fuck are you doing
That's
with your
what I
life?
it's not.
Like, if you can't shame us for being garbage, then what are you doing with yourself?
But no, but
Yeah,
that's
why are you
fucked.
talking to yourself like that, motherfucker?
I'm internalizing
Don't talk to my
this
friend
really
like
hard
that.
right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
I do
How's
that all the
our turn
time
to
to him
see me?
too. I'm always like, if you think you're fat, how fat do you think I
Yeah,
am?
I
Like
know.
Jesus.
it's just like it's like
Give me
any
claps when
Your
I
privilege
walk in,
is
bro.
showing.
Like, for real.
no, it's any kind of like disorder, like depression.
No,
right?
I
It's
know.
just like your brain just like
Well,
makes
it's-
you think these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
It's just
Yeah.
your
I
brain
go-
tricking
yeah.
you into seeing yourself the way.
Because
It's your
because
self.
Yeah, it's like self-destructive tendencies.
because I know that like okay, so I know that I've gotten better than what I'm used like a few years ago I was like skinny and like gross and
Yeah.
like a drug addict and yada
Sure.
yada, and now I'm still a drug addict but I'm doing better, but like there's still that drug addict in me and I feel like I think I see
Well,
that.
I don't think that drug addict will be as loud as it is in the more you keep at it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's still so new and so fresh, and it's still something that you really struggle with every single day, and that's what it sounds like, at least. And
Right.
so I think that the more you just keep ignoring it, the more it'll get the point, and you can just keep on being Arturo without
Get a sober
without
companion
having that
kidnaps
drug
you when
addict
you
part
have
of
bad
you
days.
always in the forefront of your mind,
Mhm.
because you're
Rock
not
snake mode.
just an addict, Arturo.
Yeah.
You're more than an addict.
You're Arturo.
You're Arturo.
Arturo.
That's very true.
That's cute.
But
I like
thank
that.
you. I
That's
love
what
you.
call him behind his back.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I think you internalized a lot of like the way you saw people seeing you when
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
in your active addiction, because you were like kind of like, I don't want to say gross, but like,
Did you wear
you know what I mean? Like you didn't take care of
Huh?
yourself and you weren't
it's hard
doing
when you're
well.
doing bad.
And so
It's
people
comfy.
definitely
Yeah,
looked at
it's
you
it.
like that, and I think you internalized that.
Well,
you
it's
still
like
see
it's
yourself
like the
that
way I thought I did wrong against you, Sasha. Where like
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's such a terrible thing. You're like, that's not a big deal. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, you did it one
Worst
time.
thing-
I didn't even care.
Yeah,
The worst
I
thing you did is make us care about you.
Yeah.
True.
That was the hardest thing you did to everybody.
Mm.
Yeah, because
You
now
made
it's
them
like
care
if you
about
do
you.
anything, we'll be affected.
Yeah.
It's
You
true.
goddamn
Yeah,
bitch.
You
yeah,
got-
Because you were
Goddamn
being
bitch.
selfish,
But,
but we also
Now
cared
my
about
kid
you.
will be like, "Where's Arturo?"
yeah.
That'd
Oh, and she could be the flower girl at me and Emily's wedding.
be
She could be the
cute.
fucking
Or you could have boots
gangster.
and boots.
Yeah, she would. Actually, she'd probably do some stupid shit like eat the flowers.
That sounds fun. We'll give her little cookies.
Oh, but me and Emily were thinking that like at our wedding, instead of like some people can do speeches, but other people
Should do,
they
like,
can
a
also do
5-minute
stand-up
set.
comedy.
You should have a kosher
It's
cocaine bar.
disgusting.
That's so
It's
much
gonna be
fun.
so fun.
It would be fun.
It's gonna be weird
And like you
goofy,
guys,
and I love it.
like some people could probably roast me, you know.
We should do a roast.
That would be fun.
You should be the
The
main
roast of
roaster.
I should be like the host of the roast
Yes.
of our turtle.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe we'll do that for your birthday.
Just kidding. We won't do that. That
No, I think
seems
that's
like
fun.
it's not gonna help your mental
I could
health.
Photoshop.
What? I think that'd be
pictures
fun.
of him
Okay.
fat.
What about burping?
Yeah.
What?
What about burping? What about burping?
Birthday roast.
Oh,
Oh, that's
When
a
is your
fun.
birthday?
June 28th.
Oh, sick. We're close.
he'll be on his
Yeah.
trip though.
22nd.
But
Get him a cameo.
I think measuring myself will help me with my body.
That will.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Because like even today I was feeling fat and gross, and then I was like, I need to measure my stomach, so then I measured it,
Mhm.
and I was like less than what I've measured myself prior.
Is it
Yeah,
weird
on
that
a
I
good
don't
day.
have any empathy for him?
That's kind of.
Yeah.
When he talks about measuring his stomach, I'm like, you're handsome. You're chiseled.
That's fair.
Calm down.
I
But
get
also
that.
mental health.
And
So
you
it's
know,
like,
like that's.
I feel him.
Not everybody is gonna understand your specific struggles, but
Yeah.
they do understand the general idea.
But I
of
get
going
that. Like
through it.
I see myself in a
Yeah.
negative way on bad days.
So do
And
I.
I'll see women online or on the street or whatever
Mhm.
that have the same body type, if not bigger, and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's doing great." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself that
And
way.
some
Exactly.
days I'm
You know what I
like,
mean?
"You're
So it
my
has nothing to
jawline,
do with the way you
bitch."
see other
Yeah.
people who are doing worse or whatever than you in
I
whatever
have
that
the
means.
same problem.
It's just about the way you see yourself.
I have the same problem though that like you do, where like you don't like. I have empathy, but I have to always tell myself like, no, they're not you though. And like when people are like, "Oh man, I'm tired," I'm like, "How are you
Tired of
tired
your
right
shit.
now?"
Yeah.
But then like I have to remind myself like, no, like you.
have a different threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when people are like, "Oh, I'm tired. I got like only 8 hours of sleep." I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" You know, I get mad.
I'd kill for 8 hours of sleep.
I don't think I've ever slept through the night in my life. I don't know what that's
I
like.
took for like straight up advantage of the days where I could just sleep all day.
That's fair.
miss
I am
those
currently
days.
taking advantage of those days.
I wish.
She
They're-
does nothing.
They're about to go away very quickly, and I'm enjoying them while I
We have to
can.
sign over our souls to Satan to get
Yeah.
babysitting. So it's like
That's
yeah,
fair. I'm starting a camp job next week, so
Yeah.
my joys of sleeping in are gonna disappear
So
very
you're fucking
quickly.
off to LA and you're fucking off to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be doing 2 weeks on, 1 week off in Ontario, so good times.
Well,
Try not to
Um,
become an Ontarian. It's
I
kind of
will
hard out
not.
there for a pimp.
I think this is it. It's been an hour. We seem like we were dwindling. So this has been good.
Had a fun chat.
Thanks for talking with me.
If you
Yeah,
publish
I'm
this,
glad I
I
got
want
to see you before
AdSense.
you leave.
No, I'm just kidding.
Huh?
I'm glad I got to see you before you leave.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think this one was a nice like comedic break from the other ones you filmed so far. Or recorded so far. The other ones have been very like deep conversations and therapeutic sessions.
Okay, we have to
This
say
one was very
bye
just, like,
bye.
hanging out. It was nice.
Bye.
Bye.